Hello guys, and I quickly came to tell you about the project that I'm doing and a little bit about the game I'm going to be trying to create. To give you guys a main idea, I haven't done much since the last time. I've changed up Zane's a little bit glove design, but to give you guys a main idea, I'm going to be starting off with 3 games, and I'm going to be working on each one separately, and each game is going to tie into each other. To give you an idea on what each game is going to be about, one game is going to be a racing game. One game is going to be a side-scroll fighter / shooter. And a third game is going to be actual fighting semi to DBZ type. Now, I am going to be doing the third game based off robots. The second game will be based off a storyline similar to Zane, the character I'm working on. Now, the characters are all going to be interchangeable with certain games. If you complete one game, each ending scene is going to give you a password to unlock a special character in the next game. So, if you guys like playing a particular character in one game, you may get a special password that will be used for the next game. Now, to give you guys an idea, Zane's storyline is going to be taking place on a particular planet, and Zane is going to be from a different dimension. So you're going to see Zane hopping in and hopping out of 2 main dimensions. Now we're just going to call these dimensions 1 and 2 since I don't have a name for them just yet. Zane is a godlike being, and you're going to be either playing Zane or Kai for the first game of the side-scroll beat-em-up. And these characters will play very differently. Zane is going to be focused on key attacks and kind of trying to take out his enemies with his punches, where Kai is going to be shooting up enemies. And this is going to inquire with a multiplayer function I'm going to add in both games. The third game is going to have a special multiplayer function, but that will be told in a later video. I am working on Zane, and I haven't shown you guys any updates because recently I had like a family member's birthday and I didn't have time to work. So this weekend, expect to see an updated version by Zane at least by Monday or Tuesday. Now, normally I don't have a lot of time to work because of school and all of that, so expect me to do more videos during the summer. If you guys really have any questions, this is particularly to answer a question that Mythos Zero had asked. And trust me, I pay attention if you guys ask questions. Mythos Zero, I know you asked a question about 2 weeks ago, what is the game really going to be about? And I'm about to explain the main feature of the first game I'm working on. Now, I'm actually going to be putting the side-scroller first. The whole idea is that Darkness, a king of a race called the Bones, has left his kingdom for a little bit to go find some magic items. And I'm particularly saying magic because these items have something to do with very special energy in that universe. So you guys are going to be hearing about that later on in the story. Well, his second command is who he leaves in charge of his major kingdom. And his second command is Kai, a hotshot sniper with the ability to shoot anywhere from any direction. So if there's 100 targets around him, he can literally take a pistol, unclip 2 rounds, and get them all. So Kai is just so good at sniping. The idea is a terrorist group attacks the main city, and Kai is now forced to deal with this problem hands-on. So their police force in their world is called the Hunters. So now these Hunters are going around kicking bad guy butt, and are going to be either playing Zane or Kai. Now there will be a special character called Black Cat. Now, Black Cat has to do with more about Zane's story, and he's actually the one training Zane. So, expect to hear more about that. Now, as you see, Zane's gear is actually Black Cat's gear that was specially given to him by Black Cat. So his gloves and everything else is given to him by Black Cat. His gloves were actually a design of Black Cat's sprite pixels that I was originally doing. But I'm not really good at making sprites, so I decided to make a 3D game instead. Now, I'm still new when it comes to 3D art and design. I'm not the best. So if you guys see some flaws, forgive me. I'm not the best creator in the world. And I'm still trying my hardest to try to give you guys an enjoyable game. Now, I will not tell you when this game will be released. Hopefully within the next 2 years, if not longer. If you guys want to keep in touch with these videos, let me know. But to finish off on the story plots that I'm going to be giving, there's going to be a bonus character in this game besides another character that I'm going to be adding. You're going to have a total of 4 main characters and 1 bonus character. Now, for the 4th character, it's going to be a female called Firestar. Now, Firestar is a member from the Mist tribe, and she's a fire user by the hints of her name. And the Mist tribe are a very special tribe. Darkness, it lives in the land of the Mist. But the Mist tribe are so secretive that you don't know what to expect. So, guys, I will show you guys a drawing of her sometime later, because I generally hand draw my stuff. Now, for Zane's design, I've actually did his back completely custom. I didn't even think about his back this way originally, but some of these ideas came up straight to me. So this may be the first model of Zane. I may end up doing another model, but I just want to give you guys an idea of what the game will be about. Now, to go into the game's story, you'll end up facing 8 bosses, and you're going to end up having 2 special bosses. Now, the special bosses are going to be triggered by very special cutscenes. Now, both of these are optional boss fights, and it depends on how you answer the dialogue. Now, I've already decided this. This is actually a final decision I'm placing right now. Later on this week, I'll be making a voice clip with the voice actor for Kai. Now, I'm going to be the voice actor for Darkness, who's going to be explaining the very beginning of the intro. And I'm going to be a voice actor for the arms dealer in the game. So, for you guys, you'll hear my voice very often in the game. Not sounding like this, but similar. Now, Kai is going to be a little bit of an odd shot, which means his voice is meant to really peak where he's from. He's from a foreign land. He's not from the land that the game is stationed in. He's from a foreign place, and he's taking the place of the second in command. Kai is one of those few people in the game who's actually from the Royalists. And he's one of those very few that Darkness actually accepted as his best friend. They fought in the Great War together. More will go into the Great War. I'll explain that later through the story, because you'll find more about that in the game. I don't want to spoil too many parts, but I want to leave you guys with a lot of questions and a little bit of mystery. But during the Second Great War, a whole bunch of incidences happened. Kai and Darkness met up, and pretty much they became friends. Kai and Darkness recognized that it had a very similar understanding. So at the end of the Great War, Kai and Darkness made a deal. Kai would join Darkness' side, and Kai would become second in command. Now, a lot more will be explained about the kingdom later on, probably in another video. But I just wanted to answer some quick questions. Thank you, Mythos Zero, for paying attention. I love your Mega Man Zero Resurrection. And I've been looking, and I tried that demo. Fantastic demo. So, I'm going to recommend you guys check out his channel. I'm not the best, but chill out, have a good day, relax. Thank you please, rate, subscribe, and tell me how you like my video. And if there's any more questions, I'll be happy to answer. I'm just sorry I didn't get around to it until this late. I expected to have more done, but I've been busy doing other things. So peace out, people.